Hello and welcome to Carrie Shanahan's video blog number 2. Let's just get right down to business. Key concepts that I learned this week that kind of stuck out to me were A, that there is a new version of Bloom's taxonomy, which I never knew, and it actually makes a lot more sense thinking of the top level being creating and under that being evaluating and analysis and applying and so on and so forth. It seems like it was more gauged to like understanding by design and the whole taxonomy behind that. Another key concept would be the 3 types of assessment that we talked about, especially the authentic assessment, like performance tasks. We touched on that a lot in my undergrad, but never really like the reasons why, which is cool about the book Understanding by Design, because they said something about the things that you do in class should be like the mirror images of real world life and adults. And then again, that comes down to transferability and so on and so forth. And also, another key point is thinking about your audience when you're doing lessons and designing things in that context. Also, what we focused on a lot today in class were the where to and then the Gagne and comparing and contrasting. What I liked more was kind of the where to, because it seemed like less of like a do this, then do this, then do this, and then this. It was like, okay, plan it out and kind of see where everything fits in. And the Gagne seemed more of like teacher-centered and planning-centered and not so much keeping in mind the whole classroom and the whole students and the whole learning experience. But I could be wrong. Who knows? What I predict we will continue to learn about, I think that we are going to start, instead of just talking about this stuff, creating, and we're doing old lessons, we're going to start doing new lessons. And then maybe we might have to like implement them in the classroom or show them or something. But probably just move further away from fixing what we've done and like planning something new, maybe. What I would like to explore more of is probably like the book. It's the content. It seems really heavy to me, but I also feel like I'm getting a lot out of it. And I've heard it like referenced, and it was referenced in my undergrad, and we never had it. And also like in other texts in our graduate coursework, they talk about understanding by design. So I guess explore more of that, but I'm going to have to be patient because sometimes I have to read paragraphs like 1 or 2 times to really get it going through my brain. I also want to explore more of the internet tools we've been using. The thing that's cool about this class so far is that we learn about a concept, we have to do it, and then we apply it like with our group and stuff, but we usually have like a cool twist. Like today we used Extra Normal. I'd never heard of that before. And we spent like 30 minutes on the website after we put out all our information and just like figuring things out, and it was pretty cool. Also just like Web 2.0 tools. I know it's like a buzzword in education right now, so probably just learning more about them. I worked a lot with Edmodo and Iron in my student teaching, so maybe if we could pepper some of that in there. Thoughts on class since you've been gone, Dr. Hansen. Andrea and Joe have been just like kicking butt in the classroom. Like they're both really good at taking initiative, and they're like the kind of people like who you want up in the front. Like sometimes there's the people who are like, oh, I want to be the leader, I want to be the leader, but they get up there and they can't lead. But Andrea and Joe are like a power team, so you should like give them extra credit or something. But yeah, also like I think I talked about that when I was talking about exploring, but I really like all the different, we're like learning about a concept but also learning about new things that we can do with the internet, which is pretty sweet. Besides that, I don't know. Class is good. We'll check back for video blog number 3 next Sunday.